Probably wondering, how do I go and pick a niche correctly? Now, you need to keep this in mind. Um, you need to keep in mind that this is really important. You can't go wrong on this, all right? Because if you do, it can really affect your outcome. When you're deciding on a niche, do not, and please do not follow your passion unless it's something very profitable. Now, you're probably like, well, I mean, why would I not be able to follow my passion? Everyone talks about following your passion and unlocking the keys to six figures, you know? Well, that's the problem. Let me share something with you from one of my seven-figure internet marketing friends, and this is what he shared with me as well as his group as well. But his name is Kenster or Ken Spano, but he's a very well-known marketer, six-figure marketer. I'm sorry, seven-figure marketer. And let me show you right now exactly what he said. So here we are. So Ken says, doing what you love is terrible advice spouted by life coaches and gurus. The role of business is to solve needs, build bridges of convenience, help people solve problems or live happier, healthier, wealthier, and more comfortably, etc. All right. So a lot of people say, doing what you love as a strategy is terrible advice. Instead, try this strategy number one. Become passionate about solving the pain or problem, not about the actual niche you're working in. And this is exactly what I'm going to be telling you in this video, because it's so true. You're solving the needs that people have, not trying to give them something that you think they might want. And this article, I'll post it for you below this entire video. You're absolutely going to love what he says here. Man's a pure genius. Number two is, life coaches will hate this, but here it goes. Instead of designing a business that makes you happy, find a large-scale problem, pain, inefficiency that you can solve effectively. Build a business that solves that pain, all right? So why is he talking about building a business that solves this pain even when it's not something you love? Well, because while you're building this up, right, you're building something so in the future you can have it there either to passively make money or B, to sell it off. Now, the whole point is that you work for 40 years and then generate 2 million, right? Instead, you can work for 5 years doing something that, you might not be passionate about, but instead you're doing this for five years and you sell it for 2 million or you make 2 million, and boom, you have enough money. You just shortcut the time it took to actually make the 2 million. Now, some people make 2 million in 40 years. Meanwhile, others are making 2 million in 5 years, in 2 years, all right? Some people even make 2 million a year. And sometimes think about it like as an SEO, or not an SEO, a CEO perspective. CEOs probably have the worst jobs ever. They have to oversee everything. All right, we're talking like a big company. Now, do you really think that a lot of these CEOs love their job? They're so passionate about, computers, for example. They're so passionate about coupons. If we're talking about Groupon, they're so passionate about that. No, I mean, a lot of people don't infatuate themselves with coupons or computers. They're there for the money. Everyone does it for the money, and that's the whole point. That picking a niche and picking what you want to create a business in is really important. Don't follow what everyone is telling you to do for picking a niche, doing something that you love. That's not the best way to go about business. So let me come back here and let's continue. So with that being said, the top 5 niches I would highly suggest you think about diving into are as follows. Weight loss. Anything dating related is really good. Fitness, make money online, and self-improvement is really hot. Think of Tony Robbins, Brendan Burchard. These guys, 7-figure marketers. Tony Robbins is worth 500 million. He started off in self-improvement, still is in self-improvement. And it's really hot because you can sell very high ticket products, and it'll make you a decent commission, but it takes a little bit longer to sell these high priced products if you're brand new and starting out. So let's continue. How to figure out what others are selling. This trick has been around for centuries, and it's very easy to figure out what other affiliates are having success promoting. You can head over and check out ClickBank to help you decide what niche you want to dive into. So looking at the gravity score and looking at the niche it's in. So let me do this live again. Let's head to ClickBank, all right? Now, this has been around for centuries. This will tell you right now what other affiliates are having success promoting and what niche they are having success in. So in the ClickBank marketplace, remember I said dating was always good. Dating, let's see here, health and fitness. But let's go into health and fitness. 300, almost 400. So diabetes right now has affiliates being dragged into it. So a lot of people are interested in diabetes right now because over 400 affiliates sold one copy of something diabetes related. That is awesome. Let's see, the Venus Factor, women's. I know the Venus Factor is women's weight loss because I promote Venus Factor using Facebook ads. It does very, very well. It's specifically targeted to women, all right? Now, the way you can position it is really interesting because say you have women's weight loss, that's niche, that's going niche down, all right? So going deeper into a niche, you have weight loss targeting women. But okay, obviously, women are most likely predominant in the weight loss field. Then what? What can you do? Well, the way I positioned it was women who want to lose weight that just actually had a baby, that just went through a pregnancy. And it converts like wildfire if you know how to position it correctly. It's all about positioning here when you're picking a niche. Because again, you can throw up an offer. You can say, hey, click here to lose weight, right? That targets everyone. Everyone and their damn mother wants to lose weight. Now, if I say, hey, you girl over there that just had a baby, right? Now, instead of a whole audience turning their heads, I have a few people turning their heads and they're like, yeah, that's me. Right? So you see how I did that with positioning? I targeted women that just had a baby and it converts like wildfire. So let me go back to the slides right now from current slides. So niche it down, figure out what others are selling. Diabetes as well, that's in health, but diabetes is in the health industry. So it was niched down. Promote what you are comfortable promoting. So let's say you love to run. Well, this is perfect, all right? So this is the example that I just gave with weight loss, but for running. You may know the lingo that other runners like, which I didn't know the lingo that pregnant mothers use, and I don't think I want to know the lingo that other pregnant mothers use. You may know what other runners have a hard time doing. Plus, this would be in the fitness niche. All right, so are you following what's going on here? Running is in the fitness niche, and if you like to run, you are in the fitness niche. All right, so I'm not saying that you can't be passionate about something and not take it. If you're passionate about something that is a mass market audience, that's even better. But if you're not, it'll be a little bit tougher for you to actually find something that you like. So if you're in the make money online niche, I know a lot of you are, then what you can do is niche it down. What do you like to do online? CPA, SEO, affiliate marketing via ClickBank, okay? So those are niche down. Now, what happens if you want to get offline leads? What happens if you want to sell t-shirts? And let me tell you something, if you're selling t-shirts, this is literally a gold mine for you. But again, it involves the quick money methods that are out there. And I really don't like to do t-shirts unless I need a lot of money, which t-shirts will be covered in a completely different section. But t-shirts are a great example of niching down because you can create a t-shirt specifically for bikers the age of 40 because you can have the t-shirt say, I got this for my 40-year-old grandpa, and it's a, well, 40-year-old isn't a grandpa, I'm sorry if I offended you. I got this for my 65-year-old grandfather, okay? And yeah, it can have a little motorcycle underneath it, and it's very targeted. Same thing with running, right? You can make it very targeted because there's a ton of runners, and you know the problems that's in the running niche. So like I said before, you want to find a mass niche, dive deep into a problem, and capitalize off the problem. It's that simple. So how do you capitalize? Well, simple. You solve the problem they have by what you teach them here in FAM. I will teach you exactly how to solve their problem, and you're going to learn how to sell to them via Facebook ads. So it all correlates with one another. It all comes back to the same thing. It's how to sell somebody in a certain niche. So the niche is very important. You need to remember that. So get started. I want you to open up a notepad or get a sticky note or a notebook, write down the niche you want to get into, and write something like this. Now I'm going to show you one of my it's not really a mind map, but it's just a little process that I go through every time I'm trying to dive into a niche. So here we are. So here's the niche, fitness, right? So cool. What about it? What about the fitness niche? Well, bodybuilding is always big. I don't know if you can read that, but bodybuilding is always, always big. There's a ton of bodybuilders. All right, so let me just see what I wrote. All right, who has a hard time and what is the problem? So I'm targeting who and I'm targeting the problem. So average is 18 to 22 and they're males, predominantly males, but there are females as well. The problem is can't gain weight, okay? So when you're trying to bodybuild, I already know from past experience, well, let me just say not past experience, I never tried to bodybuild, but I did dive into the aesthetics field and it worked. It did exactly what it said it did. But anyway, that's going off topic. The problem was, how can I gain more weight? I already knew that. And a lot of people have a problem with this. And the other reason I knew that is because I went onto a forum, the bodybuilding forum, and I looked at diets and whatnot, and 80% of the diets were bulking diets, lean mass type of diets. So I created a page siphoning people the top 5 foods to gain lean mass. Now, right there, boom, I targeted bodybuilders and I targeted the top 5 foods to gain weight. Not only gain weight, all right, because that can be very broad, but to gain lean mass, lean muscle. That targets them amazingly. The people that clicked were hyper targeted, and that one campaign alone was able to drive over $25,000 in sales in just 30 days from an affiliate promotion and the FAM process. All right, so again, I'll be teaching you this all in depth. Right now, I'm giving you an example of how I niched down. So fitness ended up me targeting people that can't gain weight. Right? So that's pretty much how it went down. Fitness, bodybuilding, can't gain weight. That's how I niched down completely, got down to the problem, and then worked at it and made a ton of money, still making a ton of money. And again, that's really much it, pretty much it, not really much it. That's pretty much it for the niche section. And in the next section, we're going to be covering constructing your landing page and constructing a landing page around the niche that you decide to go in. This is really important. I need you to sit down and actually develop what niche you're going to be diving into, because this is really important. Make sure there's offers in your niche and make sure there are people who actually care about what you have to offer in your niche. So again, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the very next video.